Very good Monday morning. I'm meteorologist Joe Bartosik, and I know it's late, but I figured several of you would be on. And yes, I'm seeing 11 people, at least on Facebook, now up to 13. Just wanted to provide a spectacular update as forecast by the Space Weather Prediction Center. There is an active aurora display going on, and it is fairly widespread across much of South Central, including Anchorage. I'm able to see aurora outside of our Midtown studios here. In fact, let's go ahead and show you right now. There's even some red hints of that aurora across the Anchorage area. You have to really look farther off to the north, though. We're going to switch cameras here and show you Eagle River. Take a look at that streamer that continues to just dance and shimmer on into the sky. Again, we have what is now a severe geomagnetic storm taking place in the atmosphere. This as a result of a fairly intense solar flare that came off of the sun just 2 days ago. And we continue to see that very active display across much of the region, thanks to clear skies as Arctic high pressure kind of built on in through the weekend. I guess that's kind of a nice trade-off. In fact, to have that clear blue sky out there from today and this clear condition still continuing. There's only a 15% crescent moon out there as well, so that's certainly helping to aid in the viewing of those northern lights out there. Let's go ahead and take a look at our latest KP index from the Geophysical Institute, as well as the I'm trying to get my clicker to work here, as well as the Space Weather Prediction Center. They now list the KP index as, actually I should have corrected that to an 8. So that is correct, an 8 now as of the most recent update from the Space Weather Prediction Center. So excellent viewing of the aurora, especially as you work your way north of Anchorage and on into the northwestern parts of the state. I was able to check out Burst here, or the system that we use for collecting videos and photos, and we continue to see some of those aurora pictures coming in from Nikiski, from Bethel. Thank you very much for sending those. Please keep them coming. You can go ahead and do so by going to submit photos and videos on the blue bar from alaskasnewssource.com. Also on any of our mobile apps and as well. And thank you very much to those who are streaming with us and on YouTube with us as we continue to see, again, a very active auroral display this late in the season for us here in Anchorage, with, again, 15 and a half hours of daylight now heading on into the latter portion of the month of March. Take a look at this probability. Again, the red shaded areas here indicative of greater than 90% probability of seeing aurora, and that, of course, is verifying right now outside of in the skies over South Central, Anchorage, Eagle River, on up into the valley, as well as areas across the interior and the northern part of the state. Much of mainland Alaska under that 90% probability, but also note how much of the northern tier of the lower 48 is also underneath at least a 10%, if not a 20% probability of seeing some aurora. I've read reports from the Space Weather Prediction Center that aurora was sighted as far south as North Carolina earlier this evening. So again, a remarkable display of activity taking place right now across our skies. Now, another thing that we have to watch out for, as you saw in my interview, or you may have seen in my interview with the lead forecaster from the Space Weather Prediction Center, Robert, he was very nice to spend some time with me, and we have that available for you on Skywatch Alaska on our website. We're continuing with a level 3/level 4 geomagnetic storm warning right through 4 o'clock in the morning, Alaska time, 8 o'clock Eastern. Here we go. We can see aurora was moving farther southward or toward the equator over North Carolina, even visible in Oklahoma, northern portions of Arizona, and on into California as well. Pretty remarkable indeed. And Anastasia is saying here in Lower Kauskag, Alaska, awesome lights out. And yes, that is definitely what we will see at least for the next several hours. You can see when this graphic was created, you can see that probability of 10 to 20% probability of seeing aurora extending all the way down into southern Nebraska, much of Iowa as well. So pretty remarkable to continue. At least literally 1 month ago, we had almost the exact same setup. So 1 month to the day, seeing very active aurora across our skies. And I'm sure Tracy Sinclare will be in her glory on later on Monday to give you the latest pictures and videos from all of you, sending them into us here at Alaska's news and weather source. And we do greatly appreciate that. Just be safe tonight if you're heading out to view the aurora. I'm about to do so as well. Jamie Parcel just sent in a comment that she saw it earlier in Kentucky. So this evening, remarkable indeed. I remember when I first saw the aurora, I was in Syracuse, New York. It was in the early 2000s, and kind of like how we have over Midtown right now. We have a brilliant shimmering red, just like that, kind of a wallpaper shimmering to the sky. Absolutely beautiful indeed, and it is definitely a sight to see. Susan, I'm showing Anchorage right now. I believe that reddish hue right there is, part of a northern light streamer there. We're going to go ahead and switch over to Eagle River, and at least we lost the streamer right now. I'm going to continue to try to talk as I have to go over to the other side of the room here briefly just to check out the camera. I'm going to move this around here for you and see if we can get back to that. And the camera may have actually frozen up here a little bit, so we'll see what we can do. But again, a pretty remarkable display of that aurora earlier today. So I'm probably going to have to reset the camera there, but again, want to thank you very much for joining us. And again, have a very safe night. Pretty remarkable indeed. Continue to stay with us on alaskasnewssource.com, our mobile apps and our streaming apps as well. I'm sure we'll have lots of amazing, stunning, beautiful, breathtaking photos and videos to show you later on Monday. I'm meteorologist Joe Bartosik from the Alaska's News Source Digital Desk. Have a wonderful rest of your night and a wonderful and safe week ahead.